Goedemiddag mensen, good afternoon people. This is about the thermostats. Now, when I won't buy an engine without a second clamp on this pipe, because that means it doesn't have a thermostat in it. So I don't know the condition of the motor. So I won't buy that unless I'm going to spend money on a motor to overhaul it or something. But to buy the engine, a good engine, I won't buy an engine. I won't buy a motor sonder die tweede klamp. Nie 'n klamp daar, dan is daar nie 'n thermostat in nie. Thermostat in nie. So, this is about the thermostats. On the XD3, you get this thermostat. Now, it's very expensive to import to South Africa. So, the other alternative was to buy the Samyang thermostat. That the original thermostat is an 82-degree thermostat. This is an 82-degree thermostat on the XD3 motor of the Peugeot. Now, I replaced them with the Samyang thermostat. Samyang thermostats are 80-degree Celsius thermostats. I just have to cut this double acting valve at the back so that it is the same size than the original one. Okay, so that is it for the XD3 thermostat. Samyang thermostat, 80 degrees Celsius. It's also expensive, but it's going to be cheaper than importing the specific one for the Peugeot. Now, on the XD2s and XD4.88 and XD90s, the thermostats look like this. What I then do is I buy this thermostat. This is for the Isuzu 3-liter turbo diesel intercooler engine, or the 2.8 turbo diesel motor of the Isuzu. Now this is a 82-degree Celsius double acting thermostat. Now, boiling the kettle here with 2 thermostats in it. I cut the air bleeder valve off, and I cut the double acting valve off. Now what I've done here is I've done this to the thermostat, and I fitted this Isuzu thermostat with not super glue, with silicone onto this. I'm waiting for it to dry still, and I'm going to put it into the wagon, that wagon over there. This one is going in there. I'm just waiting for the kettle to boil and the thermostat. And this kettle is not right. Goes on and off. Okay, the kettle is boiled. And let's see what we can find out about it. Okay, the kettle had boiled, and we can now see the kettle boiled, so now we can see what happened here with the thermostat. Now, this one has a big opening, and if I put the pencil in there, now this one has a big opening in here, and I can put the pencil in there. You can see it wide, opens wide, and it has a big valve. This one has a small valve, and it opens the same amount. Stuck to the pliers. Now, on the Isuzu, you get this, that much. Now, this is a very expensive thermostat. It's the one with a big opening, like this one. It's a big valve. It's very expensive, so you decide. Do you want to rescue your engine, or you don't? If you have money, you don't buy this. If you have got money, and don't have money, if you don't have money, you don't buy this. Then you buy the cheaper ones, these with the small valves. If you don't have money, you buy this one, this expensive thermostat, because then it will last longer than your motor, because it opens wider and it has a bigger opening, as you can see. Okay, they say the distance it opens up is the same. They're the same, but this one has a bigger valve in it, so more water will come through to cool it all down. So I'm going to put that valve, the one with the big valve, into my pickup now. So I'm going to stick it to this, like that, with this silicone, and do that as I've done with the station wagon thermostat already. I cut the double acting valve off at the back, as you can see there, and then I use the Isuzu one with a big valve. Now on the station wagon I'm going to fit the one with a small valve, because I don't have the one with the big valve. I'll still buy one. As I say, they're expensive. Okay, now the Isuzu motor is in that truck there in the distance, in the garage. But in the Isuzu motor is a 4JG2 motor. So you can Google about that. And I use these expensive thermostats in that. I don't have money to fix that motor, so it must last as long as possible. Okay, now I'm here by the wagon's motor, and I'm going to fit this thermostat stuck onto the original Peugeot thermostat housing. And see how it works. Okay. Okay, now this must set. I changed this pipe back to here. I had the pipe in there, so I blocked that off again, and put the air bleeder pipe to that side again, because it doesn't make a difference, really a difference. Maak nie eintlik verskil of hy hier ingaan of daar, because when the thermostat opens, more of the water comes through the core, and the pressure is low on this pipe, so that little bit of water coming directly to the intake of this is the intake of the outlet of the radiator, the intake of the engine. And that's the outlet of the engine, and the intake of the radiator. So actually it's better like this, I think, because the motor will pick up heat quicker. Because when the thermostat is closed, the bypass will lead the hot water in here and bleed the air out of the motor, and also heat up the intake, water intake to the engine quicker, instead of having the hot water being cooled here and getting in cold water when the engine is cold. So I think this should be better like this. Okay, I'm going to fill it up with water later on. Okay, that's enough silicone for that. Put the clamp second clamp on. Now I'm going to secure the pipe now. And then I must go put this pipe on. Okay, now it's going to stand and dry the silicone. Dan moet ek eers hier pomp stoor reg. We use rainwater from the tanks to bath with. Wash and bath in it. So I'm just going to stop this pump first. So I'm going to check the water later. Kan die water later weer kyk. of het reg is. Also rainwater and coolant mixed. Okay, now I must start it. Okay, then I will come back later. Sal 'n bietjie later terugkom vir deze een. Is nog nie warm genoeg nie. Not hot enough. Okay, then I say bye-bye. This was the thermostat. I hope you liked this video. Until next time then. Bye-bye. Dan hoop ek julle het van die video gehou. Tot volgende keer, tot ziens.